Good morning, guys. It is Saturday morning, just about 10 o'clock. We got about 2 minutes to go. Really good crew here today. Let's see who we got. D. Seaton is brand new. I feel like his name was Dale, but I forgot. Joe Caniano. Yeah, it is Dale. Hey, Dale. Nice to meet you. Glenn, Arthur, Mickey, Murray, Daham, Dan, Joe Caniano, Marcy, Debbie, and Marie. Nice crew. Happy New Year to everybody. We'll get going here in just... I got to get my shoes locked in. We're all good. Nice crew, man. Nice... Dan is joining us. This is great. All right, 56 seconds. Let me get my shoes locked in here. Who needs a warm-up, right? We're going to be on here for like over 2 hours, or around 2 hours, I would say. Let's see how it goes. I definitely, green shirt and all. All right. Look at this crew, man. Very excited. Todd Seiden. Todd Seiden, recognizable now. No longer in Twitter jail. Here we go. We're off. I haven't pumped up my tire in like a month. Probably very light on air. Man, look at this. Megan jumping in there at the end. This is one of our biggest rides ever, I think. Just try to get the cadence up. Look, I kind of hate these power-ups, but just get rid of them right away. Did the FTP test the other night. Really not proud of that result, but is what it is, guys. Is what it is. 217. I do think I had more in the tank. I got to get off this wheel-on trainer and back on my other one, my direct drive. But I've been waiting to do some upgrades on the bike, and I think I'm probably going to do those next week. All right. Todd's been placed in Twitter jail, but he's now out. Still a cough from the flu from like 3-4 weeks ago. Ridiculous. All right, just getting warmed up here for the first 5 minutes or so. Well, it's not the new year yet, Todd, so you can curse a little bit. We got to get you like a secret language. Nice job, Marcy. I don't know what that challenge is. Another, I must have had that roll over that first power up. You guys watch me, you know I kind of just take them really quickly. Every once in a while, if I get a feather, I might wait for a hill. Part of me feels like it's cheating, using those things. Todd actually rode with us, I think, a couple times, but he doesn't show up. When he was in jail, he didn't show up on the list, and you couldn't see his rider, but he could see us. It's kind of a weird thing to do, to be considered in Twitter jail and be able to ride. But you're just kind of like spying. You're like a spy. There should be like a spy mode. So I believe, I looked at this route and I believe that it is relatively flat for the first, I don't know, 15 miles or so, just guessing. I don't know what you're talking about there, Todd. Todd's trying to entertain. That's alright, he does a good job. Alright, here we go. Here we go. I'd love to kind of be close to like a 140 average today with my watts. I feel like that's what I was last week. But I'm just going to kind of let the ride come to me and see what happens. All right, here we go. So the course will wind around the France World. We will get over to that climb. There's that one climb, kind of over the entrance of Ventop. So we'll make our way over there, but instead of going up the climb the first time, we're going to come back down the squiggles, which are kind of like little rollers. And whenever I say rollers, I look for Chris Myers, but she's not here. That's a sweet hat, Mickey. Is that Mickey's hat? You'll see the squiggles if you don't remember the squiggles. You'll see them on the map in about, I don't know, 45 minutes or so. So we go through the squiggles, and then we're going to climb up the hill, loop back around. I think we'll probably do it again. No, I can't. I have a list of everybody. I don't know if she was on the list. I'm sorry that I didn't invite her. Unfortunately, it won't let me go back into the ride right now. It will let me set it up again for next week. Kind of enjoying this morning already. 10 minutes in, 3 miles in. That's a pretty solid pace. I mean, we'll have some climbs later, so it will. Yeah, I'm sorry, Deb. We'll get her next week. I'm sorry. I'll probably get put in jail for that. I gotta stop talking. Alright, feeling good today, guys. Getting that first tingles of sweat. I really want to keep that RPM at 80, but it's kind of been a struggle for me to stay there lately. Come on. I feel like for years my natural RPM was just like 85 to 90. And now I'm struggling to hold 80. Maybe it was the COVID. I mean, if I could hold it here at 150, that would be excellent. So for next week on Monday, we're going to have a 75-minute ride Monday. Not sure what course. It might be that Watopia waistband. I want to take a look at it to see if we can get around in an hour and 15 minutes. I think that's a new badge. I'm getting so close to level 50 now. Make sure you're drinking your water. I'm already behind. My water intake plan is typically every 10 minutes. Drink a little every 10 minutes and then drink a bottle every hour. And obviously it depends on the size of the bottle. This one's got to be like, I don't even know what it is. Doesn't say. Probably a little over 20 ounces. And the waistband, that's good. Good, we want to get that, definitely want that badge. So let's do that on Monday. The Watopia waistband badge. Give me a little more push to that level 50. Sweet, that's great, Marcy. And then I think that's it for the badges, except for Lorraine or Loren or whatever it is. That's the other new one. And that one I plugged into our hill climbing Wednesdays. I gotta say, so Wednesday nights, I've been doing them a little later, but also been doing them through the club. And the thing is, no one goes. And I'm not blaming any of you guys. You guys are all here. But I think it's just, the events get kind of put in front of your face and are easy to track. And once you click on that you're going, they kind of remind you automatically. And the club rides are just harder to, A, you got to go looking for it. Then you got to add yourself to it. And if you don't do that part, they won't ever prompt you that the ride's happening. So I think I'm going to take those rides back to invite only. And I'll use the same list. That's all right, Marcy. So, I'm not sure what I got Wednesday. I think we do have a climb on Wednesday. But it's going to start on the easier side. So the Wednesday rides are going to go, so we did a race the first week that I didn't do, because I was out. Then last week we did FTP test. That was this week, actually. Then 1 week will be a climb. I could throw in some trivia. I still got the card sitting right here, Marcy. You want one? Alright, this is just for you video guys. Which of the following actors was not born in Kentucky? Ready? Johnny Depp, George Clooney, or Jennifer Garner? Not born in Kentucky. Johnny Depp, George Clooney, or Jennifer Garner? Not Clooney. Apparently he's Kentuckian. Not Depp. Here you go. Ready? That's funny. You guys are got a smart group here. No, I'm kidding. Jennifer Garner was born and raised in Charleston, West Virginia. Who knew? That concludes today's trivia. I gotta focus on my riding. If I don't, I'll wind up doing like 100 watts and be very sad. I feel like the French world is a little underrated. I kind of like it out here. I almost wish they would build it out a little more. Nice and quiet. Random tractor. Like, this is a road that I'd like to ride on in real life. Except for the French people. Sorry, Marie. Making real good time here, guys. Excellent job. We will get to some climbing later, but for now, just enjoy the flatness. The lavender, the lavender fields. Yeah, they're coming. Is lavender a common allergy? I don't know. Things I wonder on our Saturday night ride. Saturday day ride. Here's a fun fact. Today, my bottle is just a Noon tablet. One of them has a full Noon tablet. The other one, I put the Noon tablet in this morning, drank half the bottle, and just filled it up with water, so it's kind of diluted. Mimosa would be good. Today would be the good day for the mimosa. We do have a couple of these New Year's hats out there, huh? Joe Caniano sporting the New Year hat. Anyway, last night I went out because we needed milk, and the grocery store sells Noon tablets. And so I usually get the kind with the caffeine. Just I figure it kind of like either replaces or enhances my morning coffee before a ride. And normally I just drink it in the morning, but I got home last night and I'm like, I'm kind of feeling dehydrated. I didn't want to go to bed. Steph and I went out to dinner, had a glass of wine, so I wanted to make sure I was good and hydrated for the morning. So just nonchalantly popped one of the Noon tablets into the water bottle and drank it. I was up till 4 a.m. Just could not sleep. Stupid, stupid, stupid. Which means now tonight, I'm going to be struggling to stay awake. That's alright. It is what it is, right? Fire socks? Someone has the fire socks? Oh, that's weird. Oh, you got the fire socks, Marcy. I want socks. Oh God, here we go. I still have to adjust my saddle. It's very low. It's been low for the last 2 months. Today I actually brought the wrench down, except for I brought the wrong wrench. So I'm still low. Maybe that's why my FTP was so bad. Comes a little sprint. You got any in you? Want to give it a shot? Now's a pretty good time. Should be nice and warmed up. Only problem is it's going to take away from the back end, but sometimes these little sprints and these little climbs are just a good way to give you a little added jolt to your workout if you take them. Did I miss the sprint? Are we in the sprint? Yeah, of course. We try to be social. Not necessarily crushing this, but with a little added effort here. Why not, right? Yeah, last year I did like 0 running. And honestly, I didn't really get a good start to this either. This week I was supposed to run, well, I ran 4.5 miles on Sunday. I was supposed to run Tuesday. Did I? I think I made a bad excuse to not run on Tuesday. I tried to run on Thursday, and I started doing a run workout on Zwift, and it was like a VO2 max workout, and I did kind of like the first of 3 sets, and I ran myself into the ground. Yeah, Dom, I got bad news for you on that, and I would change policy for today. So on the more epic rides, we will certainly stop for 5. Like usually we stop for 5 minutes every hour or so, give or take. We do try to find a good spot. Who's back? Oh, I see Suhas got here. He's not back yet. But yeah, in the future we'll take 5 to 10 minute breaks. We'll make sure everyone checks in before you restart. And I'm only saying, Dom, don't think I'm being mean. I've been caught on the backside of that myself. And it's just one of these where if it's a short ride, people are here. Got a lot of people here today too. But we'll plan them. We'll plan the breaks in the future. Probably starting in 3 or 4 weeks actually. We'll usually kind of pick a spot and say, alright, stop here. And everyone stops, and we take a little break, and we set a time to reconvene, and everyone comes back. Guys, a half an hour in, almost 9 miles here. Really good time. I don't think I'm going to get my 150 watts today, but that's alright. I'm happy at 140-ish. We'll also get a little climbing later that will add to that. Man, look at this group. Let's see if anyone's back. I'll look at the map. No, I don't see anyone's back. Everyone's good. There's no... Tell me my heart rate's 150. There's just no way. These like the watches, they're not a good heart rate. Not a good heart rate monitor. But I think that's well known. I always see that ZLDR, and I'm like, what is Z Leader? What the hell is that? It's actually Zwift long distance running. And if you're into running on Zwift, definitely recommend that. They're a really good group. They do a lot of group stuff, and you know, no pressure, no pressure to run fast. Just a good club to kind of meet up and run. And be social. That social accountability. I think we're about a third, about 25% of the way done here. Kind of right on schedule for right around that 2-hour mark. We're getting close to the squiggles, Marie. You'll see them on the map. There'll be some kind of intersection coming up here, and if you go left, you're going to climb the hill. But if you go right, you get to the squiggles. We're going to go right, I think, and then we're actually going to come back up the hill the opposite direction, which is a bit annoying. And I think we are going to have to climb it one more time after that. Take a look. Where are we? Alright, I'm just watching the dot. Yep, we are going to have to climb it twice. Once about halfway there, and then we're going to do it one more time. So, the dot is now where we are. Now it's making the right. Now it just squiggles. Now making a left up the hill. And down the hill. And then we're going to be flat again for about the same portion as we are now. And stopped. And then come all the way back around and climb back up. I'm going to be taking 2 gels today. I have 3, but I think I'm just going to take 2. Always good to practice nutrition, even though you might not need it on this ride, but just practice it. I know it costs a little money to kind of load yourself up with gels and all that stuff. When I do Lake Placid, I'm going to have a new sort of approach. So last time I did it, I was real solid. I took the Gatorade Endurance, which is really good because you get the calories, you get the electrolytes. Here we're making the right. Big Newtons is good. Peanut butter and jelly sandwiches is good for me too. I make a lot of those. Uncrustables, fabulous. You get the protein shakes after. Definitely do that. I do a lot of that too. You know what I've been doing is I get yogurt, I get low sugar Greek yogurt, and I add like half a scoop of protein powder to it and I mix it up. So I think I'm fairly good. Like I'm really good with my nutrition for 70.3s. It kind of doesn't matter. The distance is enough, it's short enough that I can kind of just take just whatever, as long as it doesn't hurt my stomach. But I can take gels, I do Cliff Bars, which my stomach takes well, it absorbs well. The problem with the Cliff Bars, and what I learned from my last Ironman, was that, you know, if I go out and do a 65-mile ride on my own, right, I can probably have 3, maybe 4 Cliff Bars, and I can handle that. Like I'm okay with that. My body's like, all right, that's fine. But when you do 112 miles and you just keep eating them, and you're on like number 7, like your stomach does not want that. My stomach does not want 7 Cliff Bars. It needs to have a mix of things. And so that's what I'm trying to do, is I'm trying to get myself kind of reacclimated to the gels, because I haven't been taking them that often. So get reacclimated to the gels, keep using the Gatorade, and also probably mix in the Cliff Bars or some other bar. And maybe Uncrustables, which are really good. And you can buy them frozen, and then you just put them in the bag, and by the time you get there, you're unfrozen. By the way, I got a huge spider on my television screen. Like, I really want to get up and take care of that right now. Like, it's frightening that this is in my house. That's alright. I got it. I'll tell you what I use. I use goo. My favorite is the sea salt chocolate, because it also has the salt. Right? And so it's got the more electrolytes in it. It's got a little caffeine. So those are my go-to. I have in the past done like the done the fruit flavors, and I kind of like the salted watermelon at one point, but something happened over time, and I just don't. I'm disgusted by the fruit flavors. For whatever reason, the strawberry, banana, and I'm just disgusted by it. It doesn't taste good to me. But the chocolate-based flavors, I can kind of handle. So I had this one's chocolate outrage. Kind of low sodium. There is some sodium in there, I guess. But I kind of watch it. I had caramel macchiato. There's other stuff around here. But most of them are kind of like chocolate based. That's just my flavors. And so the key for me in July is going to be how to rotate through the different things. And especially in conjunction with the Gatorade. Because I did when I did my first marathon, and I was in marathon training, I was drinking exclusively Gatorade and taking the gels and not drinking water at all. And it was fine for the beginning of the training cycle. And then I started getting into my long runs, like the 15 to 20 milers, and just too much sugar. Yeah, hey, I'm with you on that, Joe. But that's exactly why. That's exactly why I'm mixing it up. Because the gels, I like after 2 or 3, you're right, I can't take them anymore. But if you take a gel and then like a peanut butter sandwich, or then something else, or a Cliff Bar, or whatever you have, a Stinger waffle, and rotate through different sort of types of nutrition, I think it's better for you. It's better, easier on the stomach, put it that way. But you got to make sure you can handle all that stuff too. I tell you, those Stinger waffles, if I eat them like in small amounts, like half of a waffle at a time. Yeah, if I eat a half waffle at a time, I'm good. But if I kind of house the whole thing right away, oh my God, not good. And again, this is why you practice these things beforehand. You got to learn what your body can handle. We're at 40 minutes. We'll take one now. You got to learn what your body can handle. That way you're not out. I mean, I've also been out on race day where maple syrup's excellent. I've been out on race day where it's a long day, especially those full Ironman races, and you're just out there and you're like, oh, grapes. Like I don't bring grapes on my training run. But for whatever reason that day my body's like sees a grape and it's like, oh, grapes. I did that with oranges. You can't take oranges at everything. If you take the oranges, it's your stomach will kill. The acid will destroy you. I've done it with pretzels. Pretzels will make your mouth dry over time, but in little amounts. And it's kind of like that with every food I try. There's not one food that I could say, all right, if I'm training for a long race, I can just eat this the entire time. Soda, I've had that too. I've only did that once, the soda. And I tell you, after volunteering at Lake Placid, a lot of people took the soda. Spider's huge, by the way. And it's kind of creepy because I have like the Roku set up to this TV, and so right now it's just the Roku back screen, which is kind of like scrolling across. It's like a little village kind of setting. So every once in a while, like the spider goes over like a window. It's very freaky. That's what you get in the winter up here, though. It starts getting cold outside. All the spiders need a place to go. They come in here. I could never hit that thing from here. Plus, I don't want to aggravate it. It's kind of sitting still right now. And I know what's going to happen is I'm going to forget that he's there. And I'm going to ride the ride. And then when I'm done with the ride, I'm going to look up and he's going to be gone. And I'm going to know that he's in this room somewhere. When I walk down here now, so this is the season where if I don't ride every day or come down here every day and run or do something, and I'm here for like 2 days, I'm not here. When I come in, man, it's like walking through like the Indiana Jones scene. You're like, shh. The spider webs are everywhere. It's just the way it is here. Someone told me if you put a cucumber out, they would get called for reinforcements. What I want to do is walk this way and kind of I'll cross the wall into my range. Or I just want him to stay there. He looks comfortable. I mean, he can't be on a web. He's on the TV screen. Maybe he just ate. By the way, we're on the squiggles here, Marie. These are the squiggles. You see them? It's the small intestines of France. We'll get a little bit of up and down here. Again, my trainer difficulty is set to like 20%. So on these little 3% grades, I'll get a little bit of resistance, but not much. And I do that just so I don't have to keep shifting all the time. But I kind of like having it here because I'm kind of incentivized not to shift. And then by not shifting, I kind of naturally get a little bit of additional resistance. Tell Mickey's in front of me with that hat. So I just randomly threw New Year's hats on people. They do that every once in a while. They do it on Halloween. They'll put a costume on people. I love that rubber band shooting me all the way to the front. At 1.5 watts per kilogram. Murray's pushing 3.0. And I'm like, see ya. Dale is very impressive today too, by the way. First time riding with Dale. I see that over 3 watts per kilogram often. And I'm always jealous of you skinny guys. I tell you, man, I lost so much weight from January to August. I went from 260 to 213. And just the last 3 or 4 months, that creep, just getting that creep back on, back up to 228. I'm just like struggling to hold under 230 for New Year's. And then the plan is to kind of turn on the diet jets starting tomorrow. Tomorrow's never a good day to start though, especially if you're up late. I always kind of give myself a 1-day buffer with the new year. And I do make resolutions. I used to do a podcast and put them all on, just announce all my resolutions. Haven't done a podcast in months. Maybe it's time. I gotta really kind of get myself together here. You know, it's not that I can't, you know, that I'm not in a good place to train, or that I'm not. I have a good schedule. I have a good plan in place to get to Lake Placid. I just have to do it. And I've been pretty consistent lately, more consistent than normal, but not perfect. So like Thursday, starting my run workout and then just quitting early. Not a good idea. Kind of just need to get my act together a little bit, but it'll come. Kind of confident in that. And you know, the New Year's resolutions, they have to be well thought out. You know, like I talked to someone earlier today and they're like, oh, I'm gonna go to the gym. So I'm like, all right, what time you go to the gym? I don't know, Tuesday. Like, that's not a plan. Tuesday is not a plan. You have to have a time of day. You gotta get a plan for what you're doing. You want to know why you fail? Details matter. Minutes in here, I'm feeling okay. I'm actually pretty happy with how I'm feeling right now. We haven't started any climbing, right? So we're gonna have 2 climbs coming in the next hour and 15 minutes. So get ready. And again, we're going to keep everyone together mode. So if you get to those climbs, there you go. But if you get to those climbs and you don't have the energy, throw it in granny gear. Just keep pushing the pedals. As long as you're spinning them, you'll keep up with the group. All right, so there, we're going to go left now. So we're heading first climb of the day. This climb is annoying. It always is like a little bit longer than I feel. At a certain point, you will see there'll be a left-hand turn, and not this left-hand turn, but in the distance you'll see a left-hand turn. And I think part of the problem with it is that you can see the left-hand turn so far in the distance on the map, and it just takes a while to get there. So it's kind of like a fake out. See, if I got the feather here, I'd probably use it on the hill coming. Oh, experience points though. I'll take them. Waving those experience points. Inching up to level 50. Joe, if you're listening, I'm contemplating doing some early morning rides. I don't know which days. I mean, I'm kind of thinking Tuesday, Thursday. The only problem is I'm going to be riding Monday and Wednesday nights. So for me, those will just be kind of like easy pedaling days. If I get up in the morning at all. But I kind of want to start that. And I know a lot of people have been asking me about early morning rides. We did it for a while back in the day. Got a little 8% grade here, that's some good resistance. That hill profile is for Ventop. That is not for us. Do not get psyched out by that hill profile. on the map, we will be making a left. Well, you can see the map. Is that the left? I think that's just the kind of a turn right there. Let's see. All right, back down to 2% here. I think my weight is actually still in on Zwift at 213, even though I'm 15 pounds heavier. A little cheat going on. Sorry about that, guys. I need to kind of get back. You know what? It's very easy to get into the routine of updating your weight every single day as your weight is going down. Like, that's a fun thing to do. But when your weight starts going back up, it's not a fun thing to do. And it's an honest thing to do. But mentally, it's just, I'll be honest, it's like, it's torture. It's torture to have to go back in there and add back in all of the work that you had done and had lost. So I'm trying to pretend like it's not there. So forgive me of my mental illness. But I'm not doing any races. And I wouldn't cheat anyone in a race like that. Yeah, you see, that's not even the turn right there. See, they prime me up with that little 8% grade, and you think, oh, that's the climb. That ain't the climb. This is the climb. You can see our elevation up now over 500 feet. We were in the squiggles and it was like 150, so. In the last 10 to 15 minutes or so, we've added a lot of elevation here. And again, these climbs are nothing compared to what we have in store, guys. Some of those long courses, man, the 4 Horsemen, when you go up the Epic Climb, then you go up the Radio Tower, and then you got to do Alp to Zwift. We're doing it. We're doing it. Sorry, Spider's still there. Kind of forgot about him for a minute. This is not the left, guys. This is just a turn. A curve. This reminds me of a curve when I did Ironman Maryland. Coming back, and I'm a slow cyclist, so there's like nobody around me. Kind of going around the road like this. And traffic was open, and I hear a truck behind me, like a big semi. And I kind of look over my shoulder, and he sees me, and he goes kind of way left. We had a left-hand turn like that. And as I look up, there's a car coming from the other direction. So now the truck has to kind of give that car some space, and he gets back in the lane, and boy, I tell you, he passed me flying on a curve within about 2 feet. Scared the crap out of me. It's kind of just one of those moments where you're like, hey, look, I'm in a huge race right there, right? Huge race, a lot of some of the roads are closed. A lot of attention to detail, and just a moment of unsafeness. And just one of the reasons why I don't spend a lot of time riding outside on streets. And I know a lot of people do that. And I'm sorry if I'm a giant wuss. Just the way it is. So let's look on this screen. Now I think that's, if you look on the very top left of the map, you can see kind of another road. That's the downhill. All right. So we got to get You're getting close to seeing it. We'll be close to seeing the left-hand turn soon. The thing is, we're still going uphill. This is some good work. I know we're kind of flat now and I'm at 150, but I think we're just kind of hovering around 180 there for a little bit. Felt pretty good. I feel like Deborah once told me that she doesn't like being called Deb or Debbie. But that could have been another Deborah, I don't know. Up the hill, you see there's the turn. You can see it now on the map. I think eventually you'll see kind of like an orange, like you'll see the overpass, the archway. Keep up. Keep it up. We're getting close though, guys. We are getting close. I'm behind on my water. Up this hill. That happens to me all the time, by the way. Climbing a hill, climbing a hill. You're like, all right, I think I got a couple more gears. Then you click it. It's like, nope, not today. All right, so we're gonna head left here. Some of us have already kind of gotten there. And this is going to be a nice downhill. Again, remember on the downhills, you don't have to pedal and you will go faster. But if you disengage from the group out of the front, it can be a pain in the butt to kind of get back into it. And the way you disengage is by not pedaling. Now you give me a feather. Now they give me the feather. Jerk. That should be It's not right. It's just not right. Right, Spider? Not right. So I think we're going to be climbing this on the way back up, guys. I hate to be the bearer of bad news, but... Alright, let's check out what happened to Suhas. Keep going. You're almost there. Man, I tell you what, you know, that's a Zwift issue right there. And it's annoying. Now you're still back far. But I'm afraid that you're going to disengage from the band. So here's what happened, is that you were kind of hanging in the back of the group, which is fine, and then the group turned left. You see, when the names disappear, they go into like a new area of the course or whatever. So the names disappear, and we disengage as a group, and then we come back. Usually it's very quickly, but if you're kind of off the back, and everyone then goes down the hill, you detach. And it's frustrating. So yeah, I think Suhas got disengaged off the back. So Glenn probably just is on the downhill, not pedaling, and just riding pretty quick. Hustled off, came back. What just happened? All right. I know I'm being quiet here. I'm trying to just text some people. That's what happens. You got dad things to do. Come on, 98. What is this 98 watts crap I'm doing? Alright, so we're heading over to the aqueduct, which we've already, I think, been through once. It's kind of like a little, not a climb, but it's a little bump. Took it a little easy there on that downhill, huh? That gray. Couple miles over that halfway point, guys and gals. Feeling pretty good. Only 18 to go. One more climb. It's going to be at the kind of like towards the very end. I think we actually go up that hill and then down the other side into the finish. So kind of finishing on a down slope for the most part, which is nice. So my gut is telling me here that we're going to kind of go all the way back around. That will come through the squiggles going the other way. And then go up the hill. Alright. Got a little hill here, let's use this thing. I never use the mouse for that, but where's my Zwift companion? There it is. Alright. Big Sunday tomorrow, guys. Fantasy football championships. Having a little struggle at the end there. I actually had a great season. I know you guys really want to hear about this. Spider's still on the screen. But if any of you guys know football, I had weak running backs the whole time. I have Mahomes and I have Kelsey. It's just a monster tandem this year. My running backs were awful, but they've been awful all year. Singletary, he's had some good games. I'm not starting him. I'm starting Zonovan Knight, the guy from the Jets. I'm starting Cam Akers, who I picked up in the middle of the season. That was smart. I kind of got my eyes on the weather of some of those games. I have Deebo Samuel, but he's hurt, so he's not playing this week. He's been hurt for a couple weeks. I have A.J. Brown, he starts. I need 3 wide receivers. My other 2 that are in the lineup now are Garrett Wilson and Amari Cooper. And on the bench right now is DeAndre Hopkins, who played like horrible last week. That guy McSorley's the quarterback now in Arizona. He only caught one pass, and I think it was just like he's got some kind of like record, like streak. Not record, but it's a streak. He's got a streak of like catches in consecutive games, or like a Cal Ripken type streak, and they just kind of just threw him the ball to give him a catch at the end, which was miserable. They threw it his way a whole bunch of times. They just never could connect. Kind of frustrating. Oh, there you go. Here you go, rubber band. So that's what you need, Suhas. You need that right there. That rubber band from way back. You kind of just fell back. And again, I know why. It's just annoying. Wow. That is significant. All right, Marcy, we'll see you. Did I get another feather? God damn. I'm definitely not keeping that feather. I don't want that feather. It's like they give me the feather when I don't need it. Hour and 15 in, just about 22 miles, under 17 to go. Feeling pretty good. Amy Roberson with the thumbs up there. She's made it to some of these, I think. Coming up on a sprint here. I'm a lot more fatigued than I was the last time we were here. They're not showing our times because we came from the other direction last time. But I think this is the same sprint we did a little while ago. Going through the little French village. I guess we started right there, huh? Dom crushing it off the front from Murray. Nice job, guys. Wow, you're putting out a big effort right there. And another feather. Whew. Wake up the legs a little bit, give yourself a little effort. Kind of nice to add those in the middle of these long rides. And sometimes you take the bait and you go hard, and sometimes you just ride through. whatever you're feeling on that day. Feel like Bob Ross. This is a happy little sprint. Spider's still there. I thought he was gone for a second. He was over a very dark background. I'm sure there was more of you guys too. I just didn't catch everybody. I just looked up and I saw Murray at 7, and Dom at 7. Get rid of this stupid feather. I think there's one more segment kind of at the beginning of the course where we're going to get archway. And maybe another power up. I just like to, I don't care about using them as much. But I do like the extra experience points that you get. So if you have one and you don't use it, and you pass a power up point where they give you one of those things, you won't get a new one. So if you clear it, then you at least have the chance of getting the experience points. I think also if you're on a TT bike, I think they won't give you power-ups. So right now I'm on the Tron. They'll give it to me. But I think if you're on a TT bike, the only power-ups they will give you are the experience points. I might be mistaken with that. I don't remember. I wish Greg was here. Greg would know. I'm gonna get flagged for that. It's actually true and rather disgusting and disturbing. I had a friend of mine who volunteered at Lake Placid one year. This is before I ever did it. It's probably 2015. And she didn't know much about triathlon world. She was just there volunteering on vacation, probably watching friends. And so they gave her, Lake Placid is one of these courses where they will have volunteers that when you cross the line with your bike, you hand the bike to the volunteer and they will go rack it for you. You don't have to rack it yourself, which is very convenient. So she was one of those. And she got there, ready for volunteering duty, and they're like, here, take these gloves. And she was like, why do I need gloves? There's people getting off the bikes. I know they're sweaty, but it's like, it's just a bike. And they're like, no. Some of the athletes, when they're out there and they gotta pee, they don't want to lose time and they just pee right on their bike. Never done that one. I don't coach it. But it is a thing, apparently. Under 14 miles to go. It kind of feels pretty good, right? Kind of feels like we're mostly done here. 14 miles is no joke though. I haven't seen that movie in so long. Like, I can picture them on that little bike. Didn't he have his like hands frozen, but the other guy was wearing two sets of gloves? All right, last gel decision. We're gonna go for one. This will be the last one of the day. This one's Chocolate Outrage. $50 grams of sodium. Suhas, man, I'm impressed you're still out here. I'm sorry you dropped off. So the sea salt chocolate has 160 milligrams of sodium. That's a big difference. And if I was cramping or felt like I had the risk of cramping over these next 13 and a half, I'd probably be taking the other one. But yeah, and once we start getting into those February, March epic rides, I will be mixing that up. Probably making some peanut butter and jelly sandwiches. Sometimes I do peanut butter and honey, peanut butter banana. And the thing with those is just that you can't really, you're not going to take those on course, right? I mean, you could put one in your bag at the halfway point, at your aid bag, and then halfway through the bike ride eat it. Kind of depends on the day though. If it's really sunny, could get gross just sitting there for 10 hours. I kind of like the idea of the Uncrustables in the freezer. I actually will just pull those out of the freezer and eat them. The only problem with those is they're significant calories. They're like 350 calories. And I think I can do that on the ride. And I think that stuff is really good for it's digestible. It's not like that thick block of Cliff Bar. It's more easy on the stomach. But I can eat that stuff frozen. You just kind of snap it off. That's probably something I shouldn't say. 25.7 miles. .26 miles. That's right, I'm going to announce every mile from now until the finish. I probably won't do that. And Spider has not moved an inch the whole time. He's got to be napping. That's the new water bottle. It's got the new, the full noon tablet. I taste it right away. Flavor. Yummy flavor. So it's looking like we will be a little bit over the 2-hour mark, maybe like 2:10. I feel like they moved this back. It's gotten a little more realistic. I feel like last year we were flying over 20 miles an hour on most of the flats. I never felt like that was realistic. I know I never really go 20 miles an hour. My best rides are around 17, 18. Although I don't think I do that anymore right now. I'm willing to bet most of you guys have the badge for this one. I feel like we've done it a few times. I know I have it. This was definitely part of our rides last year. It was one of our early weekends. So we'll be riding through, I think it's April 9th. One of the first, it's like the second weekend in April is the last one. That's the PRL full. Pretty close to about, what, 2/3 of the way done, I guess. Actually, we're more than that. We're closer to 75%. I'm starting to get quiet. Means I'm getting tired. Once we get to those longer rides, I do kind of throw the headphones in. And yeah, I still don't have AirPods. So you guys see the wire dangling from my head. But those long ones, you kind of really need something to keep you going. You get the camaraderie for these 2-hour things, and that's not so bad. I can only talk for so long, and I get boring. Definitely feeling a lot more fatigue right now than I was about a half an hour ago. Not enough to quit. See, I do think sometimes I get that leg fatigue, and if I'm riding by myself, it's just like no fun, you know? Like, it's no fun to be out here by yourself and feeling pain. It's harder to kind of push through. When you're in a group like this, it's like that camaraderie kind of puts you together and pushes up that, you know, that I want to quit button. It doesn't, you can't press it so easily. 28 miles, 10 and a half to go. And this is the good training stuff, guys, especially if you got big races later in the year. This is like the good, because this is where your legs, this is what they're going to feel like most of the time. It only gets worse as the hours tick by. So you got to practice in that zone. You got to get to that zone and practice in that zone. All right. Now, I don't know exactly what we got going on here. I see, looking at the map. We should go kind of through that little street that's sort of, it looks like sort of the start of a race. Looks like a more well-traveled road. So I don't know if we're going to go right here or if we're going to kind of stay to the left. Either one. The Marina Sprint. Have at it if you want it. I think I'm kind of saving up for the climb portion. I don't know. What should I do? 5-mile run for me tomorrow. Thinking about that too. Under 10 miles to go. It doesn't sound like much, but it is a lot. It's about a little over a half hour usually, especially with the climb. I'm still saying about 2:10 we'll be done. Alright, so we went straight there, didn't make that right turn. We're going to go through this Marina Sprint and then make a left, I think, through the squiggles. That's my guess. "945 feet of elevation so far today. One more climb to go. Really not that bad when you consider what's ahead. 29 miles in. Great job today, guys. Still got one little challenge to go. And remember, some of this miles, as much as some of it's going to be a climb, we're also going to get the back end of the hill. So your last mile or two is probably going to be fairly low resistance. I tell you, I should have stopped. I should have stopped before. I'm kind of feeling bad now because I think, who's hitting it hard here? Murray's hitting it. Dom's hitting it. You guys love the sprints. Same for you guys. Glenn hitting a little bit. And then we get the rubber band effect. Thank you guys. But I mean, Dom had to pee, and we could have kind of stopped and waited for Suhas to catch up. That was my bad. I feel like maybe we should have had a little break on this one, especially since I'm bitching about being 250 experience points, baby. That's awesome. That's rare. Now I'm bitching about fatigue, and I wouldn't stop for 5 minutes. All right, we're gonna make this left here, I think. This is the squiggles. And now we're gonna, Suhas, if you're watching, we're gonna fall off of your screen, unfortunately. I don't know if you're watching or not. 30 miles in. The countdown begins. So we'll get through the squiggles, which remember are kind of like, there's a bit of kind of rolling hills here. And then we're going to make a right, and we're going to go up the hill the opposite direction. So this one has switchbacks. We go back and forth and back and forth. It's not super easy. Excuse me. Did we lose Joe and Todd? We lost them back there? I didn't see. I don't know what happened. Where'd you guys go? Man. Oh, wow. Yeah, Joe and Todd got stuck way back. I don't even know how that happened. Come on. There we go. All right. Up over 1,000 feet climb now. Made some good progress towards level 50 today. Got to be what, 60, 65% of the way there. These long rides definitely helping. We'll get another badge on Monday too. Remember, the last mile or two it'd be downhill, so that's good. And you look at that, 7 miles to go. Know that that includes a downhill portion that'll help us get some speed and finish out those last couple miles pretty strong. But we do have one climb in the way. Dun dun dun. And it's coming soon. Still coughing from the flu. 4 weeks after. Joe and Todd back on the screen. Not really sure what this right-hand turn is here. Is this our right-hand turn? Or is it the next one? Do we go around this big circle? I feel like we're going around the big circle. Yeah, this one's all boarded up. Probably building something else here. Around the windmill. You can see the little green bumps on the screen on the bottom, and how what I was talking about with the rollers over here. You get those rollers and you kind of, if you don't shift, get a little burst of intensity. 1,111 feet climb. I feel like I should make a wish. Did anyone win the lottery last night? It's like 600 million. I stopped playing. I stopped playing when it got to 2 billion, and they decided that they weren't going to do the drawing that night, and they did it the next morning, because that's not shady. So I no longer play. Guys, we are crushing this. I feel like Dom jumped off. Dom. He just texted me. All right. Dom dropped off. He's fine. He's got plans. That's what happens on New Year's. Oh. Getting a little soreness, little saddle issues coming. But I used to start getting those around like 45 minutes to an hour. Now I'm stretching them out to an hour and 50, so that's good. Look, you should be getting ready to climb here, guys. some point we're going to make a right-hand turn, then head towards the switchbacks. Is it up here? I don't know. Can we turn here? No. Gotta swoop around here. There's a sprint here? I don't remember that. 5 miles to go. I feel like I've been teasing this climb for a long time, guys. I'm sorry. Jumped the gun a little bit. I'm not going to give a huge effort here, but kind of wake up the legs a little. I don't even remember that sprint being there. "34 miles in, less than 5 to go, guys." Hopefully about 20 minutes. Who knows with the climb though. Dale is getting out in front, ready to hammer this thing. There's the right turn. So we'll go right. It'll take a little while, I think, to get to, not too long, but you'll see the switchbacks coming. So we should go right. Yep, all right. Going to work. Should be over 1,000 calories burned today. Kind of been very close to it the last couple long rides. Nice little push there from Glenn. Here come the switchbacks. Still sort of the beginning of the climb here. Some good resistance here, hitting 7% incline. Definitely feeling it here after about 2 hours on the bike. I'm in threshold right now. And my FTP down to 217. Anything over this 200 is going to be yellow. There's a little drop in the elevation there. Here is the castle. It's a good landmark on this one. I feel like there's a really steep portion at the very end. Where you get so close to the finish where you see it. Glenn is just doing his job, man. Woo! 3.2. Everyone thanks you, Glenn. Back to 6% here. Hitting the struggle bus. Nothing like finishing out a 2-hour ride with the most difficult climb of the day. Happy New Year, Marie. Great job. Conveniently done in the middle of the hill. I got you. All right, we're getting towards the end here. Arthur's been very quiet today. Good to see you here though, Arthur, getting the work done. Alright, you can see the archway there, that is the finish. 2 little switchbacks and we are done. I think it does get a little steep here. Push through, man, we're almost done here. Dale, Glenn, Murray. Amazing, guys. That's tough. You guys are crushing it. You're actually pushing me to ride harder here. Thank you. One more turn after this. I think you do go through, and there's a little uphill to the intersection there. Come on, baby. Here we go, through the arch. Nice job, everyone. Yeah, see that little extra there. Yeah, I agree, man. That little tiny 9% grade for like, that's mean. Why not just put the archway beyond? All right. 2 miles to go, most of that downhill, guys. We'll be done in no time. Arthur, man, I'm so thankful that you come to these things, man. I feel great seeing you here, man. I feel like we didn't connect on rides for like 6 months, and now you're back. It's like the crew never leaves. This will flatten out at some point, and then we're going to take, I think, a right, sort of that marina area. Guys, the spider's gone. Oh no. Where'd he go? He's gone. Ah! Giant spider somewhere in my basement. Where did you go? He's probably just on the back of the monitor. How am I gonna live knowing he exists in this room? Damn it. He was there like the whole time. It's like he knew. He's like, oh, I'm gonna move while he's climbing. He'll never see me. And he was right. I just don't know where he is now. Damn it. Well, come back Monday and see if the big giant spider eats me as we ride. He'll probably build like a web right here. And then you guys will see him come down to land on my head. Half a mile to go. Good luck, Murray. That's awesome, man. Let's see, what do we got here today? I'm going to go with 142 average watts. Not helping myself here with this little relaxing stroll down the other side of the hill, but let's get rid of this sucker. Through the marina. Almost at the end here. Here's that sprint we did a little earlier. I'm not sprinting, it's cool down time, guys. Cool down. Good luck, Todd and Joe. I know you're still out there. Get that climb done, man. Good work. I don't know how you fell off the back, but way to stay on. Keep it up. There we go. 141. Excellent. 208. Great job, guys. Whew. All right, let's check it out. Give me 1,000 calories, 1,045. Happy with that. Let's see how we did today. Let's check our critical power. I was thinking that we might be close in here to something, but I'm still very far off of where my best was. So this is that climb that we just did, where we kind of kept ticking into the 200s here for a little bit. But, you know, I'm not where I was before, and I just got to be okay with that, right? Just got to be okay with it. And except for what you just accept yourself for where you are and just try to improve. So I'll get back to where I was, especially if I just keep on this plan. We'll see. But feeling good. Thank you guys for riding with us. Hope you all have a happy new year. And we'll see you in 2023.